So we're starting things off on a little bit of a weird note. We are without Wyatt for the beginning of this episode, but he did say he would join a little bit later on because he's got some other things to do, but you never know when he'll join. But anyways, welcome to episode 37 of the NASCAR Pit Stop Show. Coming out a little bit later than what I initially was hoping for, but that's just because of internet issues, and you never know what you're gonna get when you got a modem that's kind of on the edge of dying, and you know what, that's kind of okay. But we're gonna give this our best shot and just do the best we can with what I've got with this modem. As you know, I'm Mr. Elijah Leonard, the host. To my right, that is Wyatt Walker. I'm used to introducing Wyatt first. I'm used to that.
Old habits die hard.
To my right is not Wyatt Walker. That is Josh Tipton. Underneath me, that is Zachary Taylor. And to the bottom right, that is Sean Arn. I can't believe I did that right at the beginning of the show, man.
Do it long enough, you get used to it.
That's a great way to start off.
I suppose so. I suppose so. But all right, it was bound to happen, man. Okay, so first of all, man, honestly, to just come right out of the gate with this Talladega weekend. What the heck?
Wow.
What the heck?
Holy smokes, man.
I mean, to be honest, man, like, first of all, man, that has to be the wildest, the craziest, and the most unpredictable weekend I've ever seen in a long time, to be honest. Wouldn't you guys agree with that?
I can't remember. I can't remember the last time we had one this crazy, to be honest with you.
Really, yeah.
That was probably something just nobody ever thought was going to happen. Especially, we're in the playoffs as well.
Right. How about you, Mr. Zachary Taylor? What's your thoughts?
Most definitely, we had a big upset winner in Cup, and fortunately, with all the rain and everything, that kind of threw everything off. Everybody was racing really hard, and I mean the racing was really good, and most definitely a big upset winner in the playoffs. That's for sure.
Well, how about this? This is a first. We got Wyatt Walker, who just recently came in. He's at a Walmart, and he's on his phone, so he's joined the phone group.
Yeah, here's the thing. Back to what Taylor's saying. You forget, there was also two other surprise winners in the Infinity and Truck Series.
Exactly.
And I'll bring this up, is that before last year, we wouldn't have even been able to talk about like having three upset winners here at a Talladega weekend, because until last year, Xfinity didn't run Talladega in the fall. It was only in the spring.
And also to add something on, I wonder if Wyatt is... I don't know if Wyatt was going to say this or not, but we made history this past weekend. This is the first weekend in NASCAR history where first-time winners sweep all the races at one track.
That's actually not what I was going to say, actually.
Oh, wow, I'm surprised by that.
What I was going to say was that, history-wise, this is the first time in the playoffs that a playoff driver did not win Talladega.
That's true, actually.
In the Cup Series.
Think about that.
I never thought of that, to be honest with you.
2014 Keselowski, 2015 Logano, 2016 Logano, 2017 Keselowski, 2018 Almirola, 2019 Blaney, 2020 Hamilton. So yeah, first one.
Yeah. And also to add on, this is the second straight year that Toyota has won the fall race at Dega. Because you remember Ford the last decade went on a tear in the fall race at Dega, man. I mean, they won 2012, they won 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
20, 2012 in the fall. That was.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that was Kenseth. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I blinked for a second.
But it's so crazy now. Like, the last decade, I mean, the fall race was mostly dominated by Ford. I mean, you would have Chevy. I mean, Chevy won 2011 with Clint Boyer and 2013 with McMurray. And there goes Wyatt. But still, I mean, regardless of that, I think we're now starting to see Toyota start to flex their muscles in this fall race. But also to add on top of that, just something to point out. Last week, this man right here, to my right, wore a, what was it? It was either a Bubba Wallace t-shirt or a Bubba Wallace hat.
It was a 2311 racing hat.
It was the 2311 racing
And I had him as my underdog pick.
And he won via rain delay. Well, rain shortened race. And to add on top of that, Bubba Wallace is the first African American driver to win a NASCAR race since Wendell Scott back in 1963. Yeah.
At the Jacksonville State Grounds, yes.
That's right. Yeah. But no, man, like this weekend has just been off the walls, unpredictable. Like, these are things that you would never ever would have expect to happen. And also, obviously, you not to discredit any amount of not really to discredit anything from either Tate Fogelman and Brandon Brown. Both of those drivers, man, they never would have ever thought to see them win at all, really, to be honest with you. And especially in the fashion that they won those races in. I don't know, man. It was kind of one of those weekends.
I guess that's the magic of super speedway racing.
The unknown magic that goes with it.
Absolutely, man. It really is. But that was that was the very last super speedway race for the Generation 6. I mean, it was fun while it lasted. So we'll see what the next gen car has in store for plate racing once we get to Daytona. So that will be a hoot in the hat to watch. I mean, depending on if they actually nailed the package correctly. So
well, then we'll have to see how much it hurts the wallets of every team in the sport.
That's true.
Yeah, everyone just start grabbing your wallets here. This is gonna go.
Take out.
Have a completely separate budget just for crash damage because of super speed.
Yeah, exactly. Just make a budget just specifically for super speedway damage. That's all you need.
Just go take your notes and.
They're supposed to be reusable cars, right? The next gen car.
I think so. I mean, either that or it's kind of like what you know where ARCA, like, they have those detachable parts on the car. Like, say your door gets banged up, you can take it off and you can put a new one on, or I don't know.
Or just take a bunch of tape and just
do what you can with
remember, it. Who was that at Daytona that one year that did that?
David Gravel. David Gravel last year did that. Like, the whole side just got ripped off. And so they were just like, screw it, man. Tape. Tape's the way.
When in doubt, grab the tape.
Nope, tape fixes everything.
Oh, man. There's no magic that Bear Bond cannot perform. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's grade the Talladega weekend. Starting off with Mr. Josh T. If you could give this weekend a grade from A to F, what would it be and why?
Well, like I said, it was a pretty decent weekend at Las Vegas last week. The Cup race wasn't particularly good. Xfinity was meh. Truck was actually pretty good. This weekend, I'm not the biggest fan of super speedway pack racing, but I'm not going to pretend like this wasn't a great weekend of racing at Talladega. Truck race, ridiculous, but it was amazing to watch. And of course, it got a little sloppy at the end with a couple of really big incidents.
Yeah.
But you had that crazy finish with John Hunter putting that block on Tate, trying to hold him off, wasn't able to do it. And then you had Xfinity, which ended short, unfortunately, because they were running out of daylight. And then you had Cup, which ended early because of rain, which, again, you hate to see races get shortened, but it happens. But overall, I would give this weekend. See, what did I give? Did I give a C last weekend to Las Vegas?
I think you
Something
did.
like that.
I think you did.
I'm gonna give this weekend a solid A.
All right. Solid A, the way to go. Taylor, what would you give it?
Well, Dega is still unpredictable, especially with the drafting that you see. Kind of like what we saw at the Daytona 500 over there, with Michael McDowell pulling that upset. And we saw 3 upset winners at Dega this time. So, with all the good racing that we saw and the 3 upset winners, this thing is getting an 8 for me.
Alrighty. How about you, Sean?
I think we had some really good racing, in my opinion. The truck race had a crazy finish. It was calming. It was really calm until we got to the end of the stages. Same thing went for Infinity, and same went for the first 2 stages of Cup.
Right.
I think we had some really good racing. So I'm going to keep it in the A family and just give it a solid A as well.
Alrighty. Mr. Wyatt Walker in a Walmart, what would you give this?
Well, first off, I give Sean Art an F just for the hell of it. I give Taylor a D. I give the rookie a B.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm debating on Elijah for a C. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, of course you always debate. There's always that debate there, isn't there?
But
And we all just debate on Wyatt as a whole.
but all jokes aside, the Talladega deal, I didn't really get to hear what y'all talked about, but the racing was amazing. All 3 series, yes, it rained out for the Cup Series. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. And, sorry, distracted.
Special guest off to the side.
I just else we can use an A.
Alright. I literally like of how just like Wyatt didn't know exactly where we were at, but he still caught on to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But man,
That's a true professional.
true professional right there. That's what happens when you've been doing this for long enough. But nah, man, like Talladega. to put in simply one word, wacky. This Talladega weekend was so wacky, man. I was thinking, I don't even know where to even begin. The truck race, yeah. I mean, it was enjoyable to watch, but the finish, yes, I would have to agree with Josh. That was really sloppy of a finish. It's kind of like last year's Fall Cup race. But
just the entirety of last fall's Cup race.
it was a slop fest. but no, man, still you still can't deny the fact that Tate did everything he could to win that race. He made all the right moves. I mean, yes, it was a little bit controversial when he did end up taking out John Hunter Nemechek, but again, it was the last lap. All bets are off. You got to do what you got to do, and a win's a win. You take it however you get it. And Xfinity, yeah, I mean, it was kind of sucky to see that the race ended on a short note because of running on a light, like when it was getting close to dark. Cup race, yeah, also disappointing that it was not only delayed a day, but also cut short because of, yes, rain. But still, it was just that kind of wacky weekend where you just never really expected things to turn out the way that they were. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to jump onto this A train and give this weekend an A, 100%.
Straight A's across the board. All right.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so when we come back, we're gonna be getting down to some of the topics that we've got set before you guys, and not a lot, but I'm sure we'll probably figure out some more. But anyways, stick around. We'll be right back. I could not hear a single thing you said, Wyatt. Man, I tell you, we're having a lot of internet issues. But anyways, we're back for episode 37 of the NASCAR Pit Stop Show. And I'm hoping and praying that this internet actually does not crap itself again. But I'm Elijah Leonard. To the middle, that is Josh Tipton. To the far right, that's Zachary Taylor. Underneath, that is Sean Ard. And to the bottom right, that's Wyatt Walker, who is on the road right now. And it sounds like that he's on a phone from 2005.
I'm being funny on that. I'm actually in the car right now, and it's hooked up to Bluetooth, and I'm literally talking to you through the Bluetooth in my car. So
That must
Yeah, I cracked the joke earlier. I don't know if you heard it, Elijah, but I cracked the joke like he said he was going to Sonic. And I said, well, I guess that's fitting. You sound like you're someone talking into a speaker at a Sonic drive-in.
Oh yeah. Now that I think of it, yeah, he does. Okay, so
Pretty fitting.
But this first topic is not as fitting because we're laughing, but this is actually kind of serious because earlier this week we got news that the very unexpected news to clarify that unfortunately John West Townley was shot and killed at the age of 32 over in Athens, Georgia. So I mean that when I first heard about it, I was at work. I was on one of my breaks, and Derek posted up the link to the article, and I'm just like, wait, what? No, that can't be real. But it's real, and yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, I'm speechless. Thoughts, condolences to John West Townley's family, all his friends, and man, I mean that was just so out of nowhere, just out of the blue.
Yeah, that was that.
Like, you mentioned, like, you were at work. How I found out about that was, like, I was, like, I forgot what I was doing. I was in my dorm, and then I just happened to look on Facebook, I think it was, and then it showed it. I'm like, what? I actually told some people I actually raced with online about it, and they were shocked. I didn't know what y'all do, but just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I never really got to see him race. Never did. And I know he only has one win. But it still kind of sucks when someone dies.
It does. 100%.
And like I've read the article, so if everything's true in the article, like I'm not gonna say anything. Still, stinks that he's gone. But like, just stuff's in the article. But like, still, like there's people that are having a really hard time with this. Like maybe people who were fans of John West Townley back in the day when he was racing in Nationwide and in the trucks and K&N Pro. I don't even know if he was in that series.
I mean, he was in ARCA.
Or whatever series it was. But yeah, I agree. No matter what the person may have done or what the person was like, I guess you never wish for someone to die. And yeah, thoughts and prayers are with the Townley family and anyone who may be associated with this tragedy in any way.
Yeah. Sean, Taylor, any comment?
Well, this was just when I first heard about it, I was on Discord and I saw that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, because I remember when he used to race. I remember actually seeing him win a race, and it completely bizarred me to hear the news like that, especially at the age he was. He was still at a young age.
Yeah. He was, man. How about you, Taylor? Any thoughts?
Most definitely. I mean, it sucks that had to happen, but most definitely condolences to his family and everybody. I was scrolling through social media, came across that, and I was kind of at a loss for words too. At first I thought, maybe somebody was pulling a prank or something. Then I realized, no, it was real. And, I remember watching him race and that win he got. And, and unfortunately, he didn't have the NASCAR career that he probably would have liked to had. But, most definitely it sucks that we're never going to see him possibly get back in NASCAR again.
Right. Okay, so switching topics here. So this is also something sad, but at the same time, I mean, not as sad as the John West Townley death, man, but Michael Annett. This has not been the season for him at all whatsoever, and it was just announced, earlier this week, that he would retire from full-time competition after this year. So that sucks for it really does. Especially with all the things that Michael Annett has been through. And, man, hopefully he can get the season ended off on a high note if he does get back behind the wheel at some point this year. But if he doesn't, man, he had himself a great time over at Junior Motorsports, and we'll see what the future holds for him once he gets done from full-time racing this year. Maybe he'll go to a part-time schedule like he did in the past. I don't know yet, but man. So now the question is, so now that Michael Annett is retiring, should that open up a full-time opportunity for somebody like Josh Berry?
Well, Josh Berry is already going full time in the 8 car.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
why did I ask that question? That was so stupid.
There's really four drivers. There's 4 drivers that have been confirmed going full time for Junior Motorsports. All guys getting renewed. Josh Berry going to the 8. Owen Gregson's going back to his 9. And we got, I believe, the new driver of the number 1 car, Sam Mayer, that's also confirmed.
Yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that. Why did I ask that question in the first place? That was stupid.
Yeah, way to go, Elijah.
Man.
Nice job, buddy. Nice job.
I think Elijah's falling behind on his news.
No, I think this is the episode where I start to go brain dead.
Yeah, like I said, the brain's being fried. But yeah, it was kind of expected after the whole him getting injured deal. It was no surprise that he was going to be retiring. I even mentioned that a couple of episodes ago. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he retired.
Right.
And it's confirmed that he's retired, so they're going to go down to a 4-car team still. Michael Annett's gone, so that just leaves Sam Mayer with the drive with the number 1. Or a different number if Junior chooses to. But I really think he's going to keep the number 1 car.
Right.
But outbreak before that, he was not having the best finishing season or the rest of the season. He wasn't going to be in the playoffs if he didn't have all that. He
Right.
was going to be in the playoffs. There's no guarantee in that, though. He could have lost. Well, he was he was having enough points to get up there too, but with the injury stuff, he was still made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure.
All right.
There is no kid he was gonna win it.
So let's shift gears to another silly season thing.
I don't think it.
From a retirement to he's back in business. Grant Enfinger is going full time next year for GMS in 2022 and 2023, driving, of all trucks, the 23 truck. So, now that Grant Enfinger is back in the GMS saddle, what are you guys' takes on this?
Well, my guy's full time again. That's what I gotta say about it. I'll throw it over to whoever wants to go next.
Let's go. Let me say this: Enfinger going there, the GMS. I think this would be the best move to actually see him go to than where he was before. No offense to where he was before. He did okay, but him doing that may actually prove a little bit more than what he used to be.
Right.
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
go for it, Taylor.
Yeah. Grant Enfinger, I think, is going to do a really good job driving for GMS over the next couple of years. And, he is a pretty talented driver, and I think he's going to do well GMS. I mean, if they can give him some good enough equipment, I think he could win a pretty decent amount of races and maybe win a championship next year.
Probably could.
Well, the year before, he almost did win a championship with Thorsport. But then going to the brings me the question: where's Chase Purdy going to go? Because that is his car.
That's right. We didn't think a lot about Chase Purdy.
I'm looking he's going to the number 2. Because that's Chase Purdy's car. And I think that we can agree that Christian Eckes is going to stay in the 98.
oh yeah.
There's a pretty high chance that Eckes is gonna probably go full time with Thorsport next year.
I'd be surprised if they already haven't signed the contract yet and they weren't just waiting to announce it.
I wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, but to me, it don't surprise me that.
he literally in the middle of what he was trying to say, and then boom,
Sonic time.
it's time to go to Sonic. Gotta go fast.
Sorry about that. My roommate was not my roommate. My college buddy was trying to look for something. But what I was going to say was, it surprised me that he was going to go DMS. I was going to go back to Thorsport because he did really good in the Thorsport group.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
He really
But
did.
I don't know. I can't wait to see how he does DMS. It's good. They're becoming a really good team. They make that Finger Man end up winning a championship with them. Who knows?
They probably. I might at some point. All right. So, next topic here that we've got. This is a topic that has been talked about, I would have to guarantee, for years and years and years since Daytona got lights. But should Talladega join Daytona and all the other tracks that got lights and start adding lights to Talladega?
I mean, Daytona has had lights since the mid to late 90s.
Yes.
And given the fact that. So Daytona's an ISC track. And I said this in the break earlier, but Daytona put in like $450 million for that Daytona Rising expansion. Then on top of that, you had the $50 million garage renovation at Talladega a couple years ago. Could they not have squeezed another 20 million into adding some lights around the turns in the back straightaway at Talladega? Is that not because Aniston's not an active air base anymore? It's not like Dover Air Force Base. We're near the Dover International Speedway, where you can't have lights at Dover because they are an active air base. However, like Aniston's not used as an air base anymore. It's just a tarmac where they run ammo and
My table
stuff
is
out of
in the back bay. My
so
balls are cold.
they could put up lights there if they want. I'm just surprised they haven't done it yet, and I'm totally on board with them doing that.
You're right.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that actually come into a planning here by not just Talladega but NASCAR of adding lights to the whole track, because we've kind of wanted to see something like that happen for a long time now. See lights at that track. So if they would actually make that come into a plan and make it a reality, that would be great for not just the track but for the fans that would go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say this real quick though. I'm surprised they didn't put the lights up after 2013 when the Cup race and Xfinity race basically finished at dusk. The sun had pretty much already gone down
That's true.
when the checkered flag flew.
That is so true. Oh man, Taylor, thoughts, man, thoughts. Let me know what's on your mind.
Well, kind of with what we saw, especially just even recently, just a few days ago at Dega, with the Xfinity race, being cut short due to the darkness, and NASCAR trying to try their best to get the track dried on Monday. But, unfortunately, that really couldn't happen because they weren't able to really race very long due to the darkness. So, I think Dega should put lights in so that way they could, have some more time to dry the track and stuff like that. And that way they wouldn't have to worry about racing against the darkness when they go back if rain delays and stuff like that happen.
Yeah. To be honest, yeah. I mean, they should add lights. I mean, 100%. That should have been the thing that they should have invested in. I mean, like the garage renovation, man, and the adding the fan zone and the renovations to Victory Lane. Yeah, cool, great, awesome. You got a new infield out of it, basically. But for gosh sakes, put in that another $20 million for the lights. Did you see that interview? Did you watch post-race interviews? Especially the one that stuck out to me most was Jordan Anderson's interview. It was dark enough to where they had to turn on one of their studio lights in order to do the interview. That should, if that's one of those things that doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does.
I'll say this. I'm glad that they did not try to restart the race if it was really that dark, because obviously it looks brighter on the TV because of the way NBC and Fox do it than it is actually at the track.
Yeah.
But I just think back to I was thinking back to 1953 at the Raleigh Speedway, Black Saturday. I was just thinking back to that, if NASCAR actually did restart that race, God forbid if someone had stalled and it was so dark out and at a point of the racetrack where NASCAR could not have seen it, and no one knows until they're running up on the car at full speed,
right,
either going off into the turn or the straightaway. That could have been another Raleigh deal, man.
It could have been. It very well could have been. Oh man. But all right. So when we come back, we're going to be looking ahead to the Charlotte Roval, the second elimination race for the Cup Series and for the. Isn't this also an elimination race for Xfinity 2? Help me.
It
I
is the first.
think-
It's the first elimination.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
They had Vegas,
It's the
Dega,
first for the
and-
Xfinity, but it's the second for the Cup.
It is. But yeah, so when we come back, we'll be going ahead and previewing the Roval, making our predictions on who will be our winners, stay away from and Dark Horse, and who will be the drivers eliminated from round 1 of the Xfinity Chase and also round 2 of the Cup Chase. So stick around, folks. We'll be right back. And we're back for episode 37 of the NASCAR Pit Stop Show. And folks, we're looking ahead to the Roval. The Charlotte Roval. That race, oh my gosh. That weekend is going to be interesting. It's the first elimination race for the Xfinity Series. It's the second for Cup. And we're going to have ourselves some interesting balls to the wall racing. Wouldn't any of you agree?
Oh man. The first 3 years of this event are any indication, man.
Then yeah. Or like it should be like last year's Xfinity race where it just ended in pouring rain.
Yeah.
That's
That
I
was
feel
pouring
like
rain.
if you could put on a good race in the pouring rain,
Oh, that was great.
you can do it, man. I feel. Yeah, what's the weather gonna be? What's the weather gonna look like for
I've
Charlotte?
heard where it's gonna be rainy for Xfinity and sunny for Cup.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Something like
hearing
that.
as well.
Here, let me see how
Which,
bad.
like, hey, fine with me. If the Xfinity race kind of goes like it was last year, it was kind of a repeat of the
Okay.
2016 Mid Ohio race. which-
So tomorrow.
It's a great race.
Just add on another great rain race.
All right, so the Charlotte Motor Speedway, that's in Concord, North Carolina, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Let me type in Concord. Why Concord? Not Concord, North Carolina. Here we go. All right.
Make sure you get
Tomorrow.
Concord, North Carolina, not Concord, New Hampshire here.
Yeah. Tomorrow. Okay, so let's see this here. Okay, so let's see. The percentage, there's a 56% chance of rain tomorrow.
Not bad.
If this race were to go into the nighttime, the chances go down to 24%.
Hmm.
So, I mean, either way, you'd probably still get rain. And then for the Sunday race, chances of rain that are projected for Sunday are 7% during the day, 12% at night. So, yeah, the chances of having a dry roll race for Cup are really high. So, that's how it be.
And again, this track has been really this is another one of those unpredictable tracks. Throughout the whole time we've done a race, go back to the first ever Cup race.
Well,
Had Blaney went after Johnson and Truex took each other out on the last corner.
yeah. Yeah. That's... Man, I mean, something like that could happen. I mean, let alone... Hell, it could even... Just think, for the Xfinity Series, something like that could also happen in the rain. In the rain. In the pouring rain.
It kind of did last year with Chase Briscoe getting spun around with like 3 laps to go.
Yeah, it's true. That's
Gave
true.
the lead to Allmendinger, who went on to win that race.
Oh yeah. Oh man, but are we gonna see something like?
Briscoe was in the lead of that race, but he was up towards the front.
Oh yeah. But are we gonna see something like that in this Xfinity race, or in tomorrow's? By the time that this episode drops, tomorrow's Cup race, we're just gonna have to find that out, man. It's time for predictions. It's time for predictions. So, Wyatt, first of all, is finally back in his dorm room. Finally back to where the Wi-Fi will actually treat him well.
Oh my god, I should have waited, took his ass to Walmart and Sonic after I've done this. And after I've gotten something to eat. Damn, that traffic was making me mad.
But alrighty. So here we go. For the 4 predictions. I almost was having a brain fart. For predictions, we give you a driver who we think is going to win. Pretty short and sweet. Give you a driver who we think is going to stay away from. Basically, the driver has been doing well in the last couple of weeks. And the dark horse, the exact opposite. And then, to add on, the eliminations. For round 1, it was 2 points per elimination. This round for Cup, however, it is going to be 4 points per elimination. Xfinity, 2 points per elimination. So, without further ado, Josh, you're up first.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with Xfinity here. My stay away from pick, I'm going to go with... let me see here. Brandon Brown. He's going to do bad this weekend, but he's not even in the playoffs, is he? Never mind. Is he in the playoffs?
No.
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so he's not even going to have... He doesn't even have to worry about that. My underdog, he finished 4th last year. I'm going to say Alex LeBay is my underdog for this one. He finished 4th in the rain last year for owner Mario Gosselin. He's going to be one to look out for. But the guy who I think is going to win, I mean, he won this race last year. I'm going to say AJ Allmendinger goes back-to-back. So that's Xfinity for me. As far as Cup goes, to stay away from, he's my guy, but he's terrible at road courses. Bubba Wallace is going to be one I want to stay away from. My underdog, I actually thought about this earlier. My underdog, it's kind of a low-key one that I feel like a lot of people are avoiding here. It's a Hendrick driver, so you'd say, why is he an underdog? A lot of people are sleeping on him, I feel. Because coming into this race, Alex Bowman in 2018, he finished 4th. In 2019, he finished 2nd. In 2020, he finished 8th. He has an average finish at the ROVAL in his first 3 races of 4.67. Not to mention, he has an average start of 3.3. Alex Bowman's going to be one to look out for on Sunday, man. But the winner of this race for me, I'm going to say Kyle Larson.
Really?
Interesting.
Know.
I mean, he's got a road course win already this year at Watkins Glen.
That's true.
And Sonoma.
Yeah.
And Sonoma too. I almost forgot about
Sonoma.
He got 2 wins. Can't forget.
He very well could.
Very well could. Alrighty, Mr. Zachary Taylor, you're up next.
Alrighty. It's time to get down to business.
Let's get down to business.
Okay. My driver to stay away from for Xfinity. I'm taking Austin Cindric as my driver to stay away from.
Really?
Huh. Okay.
Wow, that's cold.
New.
And my dark horse. This guy just somehow seems to actually get some good finishes on these road course tracks, like the ROVAL. Nearly won at the road course at Indy. I'm taking Justin Haley as my dark horse.
Whoa, that's not who I thought he was gonna say.
All right.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
My driver to win. I think I'm going to have to go with this guy, too. I'm taking the Dinger.
The Dinger. Yep. All right.
Now, as far as who I think is going to get eliminated here, I'm going to take Jeb Burton.
I just like how when he started that, Josh was like, "Oh, I forgot about that."
Jeez, that's funny.
I knew he forgot too. I wasn't saying anything.
Wait, that's surprising where it's coming from you, Wyatt. That's surprising.
I knew he did. I wasn't going to say crap.
Jeez, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, he's a rookie. We gotta give him some slack.
Just cut him some slack. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you, Josh.
That's why I gave him some play, because he's new around here.
Alright.
Oh, man.
You forgot it was a playoff cutoff.
Nice. That's amazing.
That just reminds me of how weird Sean is. Anyways, back to you, Taylor.
Don't even.
For a second, I thought y'all were laughing at me for something. I was like, what did I do there?
No, for once we didn't. For once, not. It wasn't one of your bold picks. It was just Josh.
Alright. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to pick Jeb Burton to get eliminated. Riley Herbst is going bye-bye. Jeremy Clemens championship hopes are coming to an end. And so are Mike Snyder's. For my cup predictions. Driver to stay away from. Tell you, this driver has done interesting at the ROVAL. But I don't think this is going to be his weekend. I'm taking Kevin Harvick as my driver to stay away from.
Whoa.
My dark horse. This boy has won after crashing going into the tire barriers. I'm taking the Napa machine, Chase Elliott, as my dark horse. And I think his teammate, Kyle Larson, is going to be the winner.
Alright.
Now, my driver to be eliminated for Cup. I'm going to say William Byron goes bye-bye. Kevin Harvick's championship hopes are going to come to an end.
Sean.
And...
Hey, don't even. Don't even yet. Hold on.
and
We'll explain later, Josh. Anyways.
as much as I hate to do this to him, unless he wins, he's not going any farther. Alex Bowman, I'm about to say he's going to get eliminated. As much as I hate to do that to my boy, as much as I hate to do that, I think unless he wins, he's going bye-bye. And sadly, I think this driver's going to go bye-bye as well. Christopher Bell's championship hopes, sadly, will come to an end as well.
Yeah. That's kind of sad. You hate to see it. It is what it is. Sean, you're up next.
All right. And speaking
Mr. Kevin Harvick going to the championship four.
Speaking of another lesson to learn to the new guy, I like to steal people's methods. And to start off, I take Taylor's method first.
You do realize he was using Taylor's method when he was doing his, right?
Taylor didn't even notice that, and
I noticed that last time he actually pulled a U.
The both of you are on me a big old paycheck after the show, anyways. Continue.
But let's get into my pitch. Driver to stay away from. I'm choosing Myatt Snyder because he hasn't had the best hits on road courses. To source. Dark horse. I got Cindric. Kind of self-explanatory on his record on road courses. Driver to win. Same. I'm jumping on the bandwagon with everyone else. Give me Allmendinger. My eliminated driver. Jeremy Clements. Riley Hurts. Myatt Snyder. Jeb Burton. Cup picks now. Wyatt knows where I go now.
Elijah, better start on that checkbook.
Alright, here we go. I'm getting the calculator ready.
The check that you will never receive from me.
Till the end of the year.
No, he's not going to receive the check. But anyway, let's go to my pitch. Dark horse. I'm actually taking Kyle Larson. This might just be a little different, but I don't have a lot of hope on him getting the win. He might be a good top 5 contender.
Okay.
That's where I'm gonna mostly place him.
All right.
The driver to stay away from. I'm choosing the 18 of Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
And his finishes have not been that well either on the ROVAL. So this might not be a good race for him. But and my driver to win, he has won the past 2 years at this track. Give me the number 9, Chase Elliott.
That is $32,000 that you owe to Wyatt.
And that's not going to get paid at all. But let's go to my elimination drivers. I got Bowman, Byron, and Bell. And in this one, it's kind of a little surprise. I'm going Kyle Busch to get the boot and get taken out of the play.
Kevin's going to go championship work.
Get out of here!
Now you brought the total up to $142,000.
I actually wasn't going to count that.
Here's how much I'm paying. A goose egg. You ain't getting nothing. Taylor's getting it.
And Sean owes me $22,216 for using my method.
Here's how much you're getting. A goose egg. I ain't paying.
All right. Wyatt, you're up next.
Oh my god, okay. So
Well,
you're the rookie. You're the rookie. We give you a slide. We give you a slide because you're a rookie.
We'll come back to you.
For one.
They're not gonna make you pay anything because I've been here for 2 years.
All right. So to my predictions, the Xfinity Series. Let's see here. I'm thinking a different approach. I don't think an Xfinity driver is actually in the playoffs has actually won the ROVAL.
No, I don't think a non-Chase driver has won the ROVAL at all. I'm in regards of Cup at least.
I meant for the Xfinity.
Well, I mean that's what I'm saying just in general, but you know. Because
Chase Briscoe won. Chase Briscoe won the first one, and that was when he was doing part time.
Yeah.
Who won 2020? Was that Allmendinger?
That was Allmendinger.
That was Allmendinger.
Well,
and
wait,
then who won 20?
What about 2019?
I was gonna say I think Allmendinger won that one too.
Yeah, he did actually. Allmendinger won the last 2.
and he was not a playoff driver in either one.
Tell you the Xfinity Series then?
And so that actually shows that no playoff driver has won in the Xfinity Series.
That's where my kind of predict things kind of going.
Yeah.
Let me think about for my dark horse for it though. I'm going. I forgot how well he did, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna go Harrison Burton. I'm gonna go Harrison Burton as a dark horse. Driver stay away from. He may slide by wins, but I'm just picking him because I definitely think he's gonna be one of the ones eliminated.
Yeah.
I pick Riley Herbst.
Okay.
Even if he does have a good finish, I pick him because like he's going to be, unless he somehow wins, he's going to get eliminated.
Yeah.
So that's my thinking on that. Driver to win. That's a tough one because AJ could win it, but it's been shown. Well, actually, it broke last year because it broke last week because I said almost every year at playoff drivers won Talladega and that broke. So that may break this weekend. So much as I want to say different driver, I may just jump on the AJ Allmendinger wagon on that one.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
And my driver's eliminated. No surprise. Riley Herbst, as I mentioned. Much of a good season has. Jeremy Clements. Who else is it? Who else did y'all list?
Snyder and Burton.
Yeah, Snyder. Yeah, Snyder's no surprise. And I think Jeb Burton's going to get out too.
Yeah.
Also, Elijah, your best friend's in the 54. Anyways, back to Cup.
I noticed that. He better wreck out on lap 1, turn 1.
That ain't gonna happen.
Sadly.
Guaranteed tough turn.
He needs to win. He needs to win so Elijah can be happy that
Yeah. Well, we know.
Anyway.
We know Elijah's big driver to win. Now it's gonna be Ty Gibbs anyway.
Well, no, that's the guy who I'm not choosing as the driver to win.
So, anyways,
No,
for the Cup Series,
Well,
for the Cup Series, let's see now. My dark horse.
Joey Logano.
It's between. Hell no. It's between two people actually,
Joey Logano.
and they're both teammates. They're both teammates.
Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski.
Hey, I don't mind Brad Keselowski. That's Elijah. Anyways,
I don't mind him all that much either. So.
you used to not like him.
Yeah, but I don't mind him.
He's gonna say.
I think he's not going to make it to the next round, but I think I'm going to back Josh up. I'm gonna go Alex Bowman as my dark horse.
All right.
He's not going to make it to the next round, but I will back him up as being a driver who's good there. So
Get close.
I'll follow up with him and go Bowman. My driver stay away from. I think I'm just going to pick William Byron Jr. I don't know who else to pick.
William Byron.
I like how none of you even noticed I said William Byron Jr.
No, I noticed that.
I know.
I'm looking at the entry list right now. I see it. Hell, even for that matter, I just put the graphic up for William Byron Jr.
William Byron. Is William Byron Jr. in the 25?
Actually, I just realized this is going to be a Hendrick sweep because I'm going on the Kyle Larson bandwagon. I think after the surprise wins he had at both Sonoma and Watkins Glen, beating out two of the best road course guys currently, I honestly think Kyle Larson couldn't win his third road course his third and final road course this season.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Larson's going to win.
Yeah,
Drivers being eliminated. Alex Bowman, William Byron. As much as I like him, Christopher Bell.
Yep.
And the person who's not going to a championship for Sean, I think Kevin Harvick.
All
We'll
right.
see how we'll see how it is after this weekend.
Man, oh man. But if he does get past this round, as far as he's going is the round of 8. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, Josh. We did promise we'd come back to you on your elimination picks. Go for it.
All right. So, Harrison Burton, as I think Wyatt said, don't really remember how well he did during the race last year. But he went out early with a transmission problem, so we probably didn't really get to see how good Harrison Burton could be at the Charlotte ROVAL. So, for now, I think it's the safest bet to assume that Harrison's going to advance. Gregson finished second, so I think he's good. Brandon Jones is a little unpredictable sometimes, but I think he'll still continue. I think the 4 who are below the cut line, I don't think that's going to change.
All right.
Burton,
So basic.
Herbst and Clemens. As much as I
Yeah.
like Myatt Snyder, I don't think he's getting out of this round. But as far as Cup is concerned, if the Bowman very well could get it done, as I mentioned, but he's basically gonna need peak stage points in both of the first 2 stages, and then he'll need to finish in the top 5, I think, which he could finish up at the top 5.
Nah, he needs to win. He's in a must-win situation.
He's 52 below the cut line, so
He's in a must-win. He's got to win.
He needs a win. That's really it.
I think Bowman would get close this weekend, but I don't think he's coming out of this round unless you said he wins the race. Kevin Harvick. Well, that's going to be interesting to watch Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch see who comes out of this round. Elliott is going to run up towards the front, so I think he's good. Blaney probably more than likely advances. Byron's not making it past this round. Bell, I know he won the Daytona Road Course, so he could probably be a challenger, but I don't think...
To add on to that, he was pretty good at Watkins Glen, too.
Yeah, he's solid.
And what's it called? Road America.
Road America.
Solid road course racer, but I don't know. 28 points. It doesn't seem like much, but with the way points are divvied up, like if it was the Winston Cup days, 28 points wouldn't be a whole lot. But just the way the points are simplified now, like the winner gets 40 points and then so forth. That's a lot to make up. That's over half. That's almost 3/4 race worth of points.
Yeah.
8 points. So, I actually think Kevin Harvick's gonna make it out of this round. I think Kyle Busch is going to have a very good Sunday. KFB could go out and completely prove me wrong, but I'm gonna say Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, William Byron, and Alex Bowman are out after this round.
Man.
You're agreeing with Sean? You're agreeing with Sean!
I said it.
I'm not sure. I used to have high hopes for him. I'm not sure anymore. He's agreeing with Sean. I think he's sick. I think he had. I think he had what I had yesterday. I'm not sure.
No,
That's pretty good.
I really think it.
It's the laggy.
Hypothetical though. Here's hypothetical. If Alex Bowman actually does end up and win, do you think it might end up happening that both Harvick and Kyle Busch get eliminated?
Oh yeah, because Elliott's going to be on the front because he always is. Truex is a solid road course racer. Ryan Blaney ran at the front in 2018, I guess.
He won 2018.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, before the last chicane incident happened, he was right there. But
Yeah.
let's see, Logano. Keselowski and Logano, they're plus 20 and plus 21. It would take a lot. It would take a lot to knock them out. But
I want to point this out too. If you that same exact race, you mentioned Keselowski, him and Larson were running 1-2 before that incident in the chicane.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't even. I knew Keselowski was up there because he's the one that went up. I completely forgot Larson was up towards the front.
I think we're giving Elijah a lot to think about now since it's his turn now. So we're getting
don't help him, Wyatt. Don't help him.
It's my turn.
It's sad that I'm helping him and I'm trying
Here
to
we
beat
go.
him. He has more points than me.
Just
All
not
right.
by much though, but still, here we go.
It's a part of the show.
So driver
It's
to
part of the
win.
show.
Okay. Driver to win. I think I'm gonna go a safe route here. I'm gonna jump on the Allmendinger bandwagon here. He's gonna be my driver to win.
He's actually picking Ty Gibbs.
He's actually lying. I'm not picking Ty Gibbs.
No,
he's telling
for once, Taylor's actually telling the truth. He's picking.
No, for once, Taylor is actually lying.
No, he's not.
But my driver to stay away from. This is actually a little bit. It's gonna be interesting, but I mean, at the same time, it's just kind of like you never really know. But I'm gonna say for my driver to stay away from. Hate to do this to him, but I think Snyder's gonna be my driver to stay away from. I would choose somebody like Brandon Jones and Riley Herbst, but then again, it's so kind of like unpredictable. With Herbst, he's been doing a little bit better. I say a little bit, very loosely.
It's not.
But not really. A little bit, but not really.
Anti-Lally off the track and then getting himself dumped.
Basic. But I mean, like he's doing better, but not really. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, basically.
And then Brandon Jones, he kind of is up and down. That's it. He's just an up and down roller coaster. He is the definition. He is the definition of an up and down roller coaster. But anyway,
Just like Sean.
I'm gonna say the Mike Snyder's. I think I'm gonna say him as the driver to stay away from, and my dark horse. I think I'm gonna also take another safe route here and say Austin Cindric is gonna be my dark horse.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of agreeing on me there, aren't you?
I think it's been agreeing with like a lot of us because like I think I meant who mentioned Mike Snyder? Was that you? Was that you, Sean? Or?
That was me.
Man,
That was you? Who? I forgot who I said.
you jumped on the Allmendinger bandwagon.
I meant for a stay away.
Well, for stay away. Oh, okay. I don't even know.
It'll show back up on.
It'll show the graphic. Will show it.
It'll show back up, but I think I also picked Snyder. I'm not sure.
But as far as eliminations, no question Jeremy Clements. No question Riley Herbst.
Oh, I remember now.
Jeb, I don't know about Jeb, but I mean, then again, there is a chance to where if he does mess up, he's going to be out. So I think I'm pretty much everybody underneath the cut line for Xfinity. That's not changing. That's not changing at all. I'm sorry, but that's not changing. Unless if somebody like Brandon Jones does incredibly terrible, that's not changing at all.
Brandon Jones was the other one I think we've all been thinking about because he hasn't been doing really well. So
Xfinity. No, we already did Xfinity.
I love the confidence in what he was doing.
He had so much confidence.
It's like you trying to say Cup now for the Cup Series, but this is Xfinity. Oh wait,
No, truck. No.
Just lost too many
Shut
brain cells.
Formula One.
Lost too many brain cells. Our hope has gone.
I think we all lost brain cells. What you talking about?
Weekly series. everywhere.
Lawnmower series. Here we go. Driver to stay away from: Billy Bo, Bob White, Walker Jones.
What? Are you sure that's not the dark horse and that's crazy ass Sean?
No.
For real.
No.
Let's ring it back in. For real this time. My driver to win. My gosh. So we're kind of split. I feel like we're kind of split on this decision. We know it's going to be a Hendrick driver that will win.
Yeah.
But man, now this just makes driver to win and dark horse difficult because you know who to pick, but you don't know which order. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna say for my driver to win, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Chase Elliott's gonna be my driver to win. Really dominant on the Roval. Has shown it the last 2 years. Maybe he'll do it three years in a row. Yeah, and we'll just have to wait and see. Driver to stay away from. Man, I'm probably gonna have to say if there's any driver that I feel like is gonna be the guy to stay away from, I'm sorry, but I feel like that he's still gonna throw. Well, I mean, should weather change between now and the Cup race, man, he will not be a happy camper whatsoever. Kevin Harvick.
I knew as soon as you said happy.
Yeah, I knew as soon as it too, Sean.
Man.
Why you get out of here and leave?
My dark horse, though, is going to be Kyle Larson. As far as eliminations, here we go. Eliminations are going to be a little bit tougher now because these are drivers who could end up doing well, but at the same time may come close to no cigar. Close but no cigar. So, Alex Bowman, 52 back. I feel like since he's in a must-win situation, he'll do good. He'll come close, but no cigar. William Byron is kind of iffy. I feel like he's going to be eliminated. Christopher Bell, chances are he'll do good for a vast majority of the race. But I feel like something's gonna happen to him in the end. I feel like in one of the corners, I feel like he's gonna get clipped. He'll do a little loop-de-loop 360, try to regain power on his car, and it's all gonna fall apart from there. So that pretty much leaves the battle for the final transfer spot to get into the round of 8 and the first spot below the cut line between Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. Man, to be honest, I honestly feel like Kyle Busch is going to do better than what Harvick would. So, sorry, Harvick, you're getting the boot. Man.
That's gonna be a toss-up between them.
It will
This is why the Roval's such a wild card. We all think Talladega is a wild card, but what we've seen the last few years at there, this is like the only time a road course is a wild card, not counting the new tracks that are coming up.
Exactly.
This is like a legit wild card every single year.
Yeah. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages.
Yeah, Sean the lady.
Any final thoughts before we get this Roval weekend underway?
Well, I think Sean's playing my death, so...
Yeah, here's the thing, Wyatt. You go hang out with Taylor. You two go have some fun. I ain't gonna have to deal with
that'll be you and Taylor. What you talking about?
Sorry, I already have plans today, which encourage me not watch.
We're warming?
No, offline. I had to actually go out somewhere today. The day that this video gets released, I had to be.
He's going to the club.
No, I actually have some important matters to take care of, Elijah.
Yeah, I know.
Unlike you doing nothing else.
Ah,
Oh man, but any final thoughts before we get this weekend started?
Let's see who gets eliminated and let's see who makes it through.
All I
Alright.
can say about this weekend of racing, let the amusement begin.
Let this roller coaster ride. Let's get this roller coaster ride started. We don't know what's gonna happen.
How about you, Taylor?
oh man. Yeah. I think the ROVAL is going to be kind of a wild card race, kind of like Talladega. I mean, with kind of unpredictable happening. And who knows what we're going to see, but I think the ROVAL will be a good weekend, and yeah.
It should be a very interesting weekend, and definitely filled with lots of drama. I can definitely, for the most part, guarantee that. So, anyways, that's gonna do it for episode 37 of the NASCAR Pit Stop Show. I want to thank you guys a lot for tuning in, and if you liked it, be sure to give it a like. And if you haven't considered subscribing yet, recommend you do so and keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. And that pretty much does it for me. I've lost all my brain cells at this point, so you know what? It's been a heck of a last few weeks. But on behalf of Josh, Zachary Taylor, Sean Ard, Wyatt Walker, I'm Elijah Leonard signing out, and we'll see you in the next one.
I'm going to pick White Walker as the driver to stay away from for the Lawnmower Series.